Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. This place is gonna go crazy. Tonight, the best shooters in the NBA battle it out in the three-point contest. It's time to find out which player has what it takes to beat the clock and his opponents.
There's a lot of tremendous three-point talent in the NBA, and no better place to see that skill showcased than right here, right now.
Well, Clark, maybe I'm a little bit biased, but the three-point contest is something I look forward to all season long.
So it'll be the great right here. He'll have 60 seconds to shoot 25 shots from beyond the arc, and Clark, that works out to about 2.2 seconds a shot.
Love to see you using the sabermetrics there, partner. Quick pace indeed. Each make counts as 1 point with the exception of the last ball, the money ball, that's worth 2.
I actually had the emphasis.
I know you did.
And guys, that money ball can kind of push you along to the next rack. So even if you struggle during the rack, if you can make that last one, it gives you momentum going forward. Boy, he's heating up, guys.
8 points.
Off to a terrific start.
Now with 11. Well for him. Money ball, no good. Good for 13. Now 14. Can't get the money ball. Hits for 15. And he wasn't able to finish that last rack. 16 points is his score for the round. That was a nice piece of shooting we saw from him out there.
Right from the opening rack, he was on the roll. Got himself immediately into a groove.
And so we'll see Stephen Curry.
Look at the numbers through the first part of his career. I mean, there's a legitimate case that Steph Curry will go down as maybe the best shooter in the history of the NBA.
Guys, most of the time when a player is shooting threes by himself, he's doing it in an empty gym. This is a little different. Actually, it's a lot different. I want to ask you, Steve, was it easy being the center of attention like this? You seem to be a bit of a ham.
Oh, really? A ham, Clark? Well, I'll tell you, I enjoyed being part of it. But my first time, I was extremely nervous, and I'm not afraid to admit that. But as I went on in later years, I got more and more comfortable with it. Curry really catching fire now. He's in the zone.
Make that 14. Hang on tight. That's 9 in a row. He finds himself at 16 points at the end of the round. I'd say he handled that round pretty well, guys.
By the time he got to that fourth rack, he was feeling it. He sprayed home the entire rack. That jumper was wet. And guys, one of the cardinal sins of the three-point contest is a player trying to change his stroke after a bad rack or two. It won't work.
Well, it's tempting to do so, Clark, but trying to make adjustments during a 60-second span sometimes is tough. People tend to overthink things. This is really more about finding your stroke early and then not thinking about anything.
Gets the money ball. 8 points. Now 9 points. 3 racks down, 2 to go. He's got 12. A 3-point rack for him right there. Now to 15.
Matches the best score right there.
Rock solid shooting down the stretch.
18 points for him when all is said and done. Guys, hard to find any fault with that display.
Well, we all know how important the money balls are in this event, and he hit 4 out of 5 of them. That's very good work.
And so we'll see Nicholas Batum. If he can crack 16, he'll stay in contention.
Well, that's pretty respectable. But if he's anywhere close to his best, guys, I think that's very doable.
2 points. Gets the money ball. He's got 5. Now with 6. He needs 8 points more. He's got 9.
He's only got a cushion of 2 more misses, guys. No more than that.
Nice finish. Well done.
5 more points to stay in it. Not just 13. Now 14. 14 points is his total as the round comes to a close. So it's Russell Westbrook ready to go.
One way to ensure success in this event, as we've learned, Steve, is by hitting those money balls. Those give you a nice jolt of momentum.
Yeah, that's really the key. I mean, if you can knock down all 5 money balls, you really don't even have to shoot a high percentage, and you can still come out on top.
4 points. He's got 5.
He's shuffling his feet a little bit here. He needs to pick up the pace. Come on now.
Well, now he's got it going.
He needs 8 points more to stay in contention.
9 points.
6 more points to stick around.
12 for him. Three more points to stay in contention. He finishes with 14 points on the board. So Kevin Love is all set to go.
Kevin Love, the reigning three-point champion in the NBA, he did it in his first time as a contestant, too. I mean, not bad for a guy who didn't take threes coming into the league. So often we see just a few misses in a row totally derail a player. It has that snowball effect if you let it.
Yeah, and that's all the more reason that your only thought as a shooter can be on your next shot, not the previous one. But you know, that's much easier said than done.
2 of 2 on the money balls. That's 7. He needs 8 points more to move on. Can't get the money ball.
He needs 8 more points to advance.
Misses for the 4th straight time. 9 points. And with that, he's not going to advance.
Couldn't get enough through in the first few racks.
Yeah, you've got to develop a rhythm, and he just couldn't get anything.
An 11-point round for him there. Well, not his finest showing. I think we can all agree he could have done a lot better.
Yeah, he was totally inconsistent out there. You know, we always talk about guys getting into a rhythm in this event, and he just never was able to do that.
Hardaway has got the honors of being able to go into the finals as the top scorer from the qualifying round.
Well, one thing I think we can say is that this contest is there for the taking. It's wide open. There's no clear-cut favorite in the finals here.
Yeah, it sure looks that way after what we saw in the qualifying round. These guys are very evenly matched.
So it'll be the great right here. He squeaked into this round with the lowest qualifying score so far. He's the first one to go in this one.
There you go.
8 points. Now 9 points. 5 big points on that rack alone. 12 for him. Not just 13. Now 14. He's hit all 3 money balls. That's 5 straight. He's getting on a roll.
Boy, he's in a good rhythm right now.
19 the score. 1 rack left. $22. Now 23. A 23-point round for him. What an unbelievable round. Right away you could tell it was going to be special.
Yeah, at one point he knocked in 7 in a row and was locked in for a while there with some good shooting going on.
And so it'll be Stephen Curry here. Well, back to Curry. What is crazy is that he puts up all that he does while being one of the few who can shoot off the dribble. You know, most other guys, Clark, at his level, are catch-and-shoot guys.
No, he's remarkable with his ability to shoot it off the bounce. Just a really pure stroke. One of the purest in the history of the league, in my opinion.
Not easy here. He needs 22 points, even just to tie. He can only afford 2 more misses.
Struggling, big time.
Well, I think, yeah, that's it. He's done.
Yep, he can't make it up in these last few shots, Kevin.
Well, thanks for coming. Maybe we'll see you next year.
He finishes with 14 points on the board. We've reached the climax. He's got one last shot to go home with the trophy.
I'll tell you one thing. If a player doesn't get into a rhythm and start stringing shots together, it's over quickly.
Yeah, we talk about that a lot, but what's so important is that, you just can't waste any time. But you've got to get into a groove early and then keep your momentum going and just rattle off one shot after the next.
Drains the money ball. Now with 6. 7 points. That makes it 4 straight for him. And that about does it.
Too late to make up ground now.
Yep, out of reach.
He finishes the round with 17 points. And so that will do it. What a tremendous performance. And of all the great talent assembled here today, a great achievement indeed to take home the three-point contest championship trophy.
Now, how much fun was that? That could be the highlight of this year's All-Star festivities, guys.
Well, for me, Clark, the three-point contest usually is. I was just happy to have a ringside seat for it.
And from all of us here at 2K Sports, we're thrilled to have brought you this year's three-point contest. This is Kevin Harlan, along with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, saying so long and thanks for watching.